now,
Uh-huh.
it's the oddest thing to someone from that era. You know, like, oh, I'm talking to someone on the other side of the country, and like, you know, like it's very odd. Like Chris is in Vancouver right now, and we're like, you know, we're all like talking to each other. And could you imagine explaining that to someone in that time? And we've never met, so you know, it's really you kind of overlook it in thought because we're so used to it, but in truth, it's really odd and really neat.
Right. Well, I guess first you'd have to start with explaining what a video game is,
You're
and then
right.
before that, you say, okay, what's a computer? And it's like,
You're
oh,
right.
what's electricity? So you have to start super early, and then when you get to video game, you're like, okay, and then Skype. Okay, well, what about Skype? Oh, it's this thing that uses the internet. What's the internet? Ah, series of tubes. I don't know.
Tuesday.
This is very strange altogether. It's really neat,
Okay. Play. New game. Character. So my favorite character in Don't Starve is Willow, the fire starter. Just
Right.
because when it gets too dark and she sets things on fire, I find it really cool and also very useful.
Right.
Fire also doesn't hurt her, which is awesome. I haven't played as the strongman yet, so I don't know whether I should play with an unknown character or something that I'm used to and something that I find really comfortable.
I
Right.
start with like whatever suits you best. I think it's not the time to experiment.
Yes,
Right. I was about to say that.
very good point. All right. So we were talking about before you left. We were talking about what I was gonna do after I run out of games because that's something that actually might happen.
Right? Yeah.
And then while you were gone, we were talking about the absurdity of the situation, um, and how like both you and they, like I've only interacted with on Twitter and Tumblr,
Yeah.
and so for the two of you, just be like, yeah, like I'll totally join in and be a guest on your stream to help sick kids. And it's like that's incredible. That's awesome. Once again, thank you so much.
No, thank you. I mean, I don't know. It's a great thing you're doing. Like, I mean, funding for children's hospitals. Like, it's hard to find a better cause. I think.
Right. And then just the fact that you're in Vancouver and I'm in Pittsburgh and everyone is joining in all over the world and watching the stream, and you get to see what I'm doing, and Skype. I mean, Skype is like a incredible thing just by itself.
Right.
And like, how would you explain that to someone who is not familiar with any of these things?
It would take a while.
So
Yeah,
here's
it's
this thing called a
interesting
computer.
Pardon?
Sorry, I interrupted.
Oh no worries. I was just gonna say it's interesting times. Like there's a lot of stuff happening all the time.
Yep.
A lot of innovations.
A lot of resolutionary things coming out. Silence. Silence as I throw out
I'm
Apple's
watching you
bullshit
traipse
term.
around and
Yeah, that's actually
get
what I'm
branches here.
looking at.
I love the art style of this game.
It's this game's awesome. I I probably should have applied to Clay. I've never applied there.
Really?
Yeah, every time I check, they've never been hiring anybody where my skills would be like actually useful. So, but that's a company I would probably actually work for. I don't know about now because law school, but
I love the design that they have for the water. It looks like Flapjack actually had something similar. And yes, I just gave away that I watch Flapjack. They actually had that layering thing that's going on. I love that.
yeah, it's really cool. I don't know, the design for this game is really cool. I like how Clay, all their stuff has like different art styles, but it all looks really good.
Yeah.
Right.
It's weird too because it's an anime called Madoka who does something similar with that kind of different texture, different style type
Nice.
thing. it's really odd to see it, but it really captures your eye.
What was it called?
Magica.
Okay. Huh. Maybe I'll check it out.
Yeah, it's definitely brutal. Like if you, I don't know if if any of you guys remember Card Captors.
I've never seen it. I think I've heard of it though.
Is that with the main character named Sakura?
Yep.
And the little yellow thing with wings.
Yep.
Cool. Okay. Yeah.
Like okay, well, that one was kind of like not I don't want to say kid friendly, but it was really like sweet and kind of had like a typical Saturday morning cartoon vibe to it. But Madoka is kind of like Evangelion. Like Madoka kind of did what Evangelion did for robots, because Madoka is so like brutal in terms of its themes and you know how it goes about dealing with magic girls, and you watch it and it's kind of it's almost shocking, you know how brutal it is.
Crazy. Yeah, it's kind of crazy to see like those I don't know, like pretty pomo developments of a lot of those sort of very like child-oriented shows where it's the same subject matter, but it's definitely not aimed at children.
Yeah, like you watch Flapjack, or you watch Billy and Mandy, and those shows kind of have like these sub themes where they subtly hint at something inappropriate. But they don't necessarily, like a child would never catch it, but like you as an adult, you kind of go, hey, I see what you're doing there. You're treading that line. And it's really fun to catch it, but like it's definitely not, it definitely takes some skill to do it, because I tried to do it once in a short story, and my stuff ended up being so blatant.
Yeah, I think it takes some skill to do it artfully, but
because I don't know if you remember Ren and Stimpy, like they
for sure.
They had to take that show off networks because it was, you know, they just didn't care. I guess they just blatantly let whatever they wanted to say happen, and you know it was really. I guess it got too much and they just took it off.
Yeah, I don't really remember what happened to that show. Like, I watched it a little bit as a kid, but
So, like, the objective of this game is to
don't starve.
Don't starve.
Sorry.
So what exactly is preventing you from doing that? Exactly. Like, like, what are the effects of you?
So you're in this world, and you have your health here, you have your sanity, and you have your hunger. So over time, both your sanity and your hunger. Oh, your sanity decreases, your hunger goes up. So, but I guess like this is your fullness. That's the word to use. So your fullness goes down, and you get more hungry, so you're trying to explore the world and pick up more things to eat, find more things. There are these things you can build. So for example, I can build a science machine, which I'm actually going to do. And just feed the fire.
By the way, your feed is blocking some of the like indicators, so that's probably why people are why it's a little bit confusing.
Oh, crap. Okay, so let me... I can probably adjust this. Oh, there we go, haha! And...
Oh, okay, there we go.
Okay, gosh, I'm sorry about that. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, yeah, there we go.
Sorry about that. My face was totally blocking the crucial elements of the game. Okay, so... Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was making sure you could see it as long as it didn't interfere with you dying or something.
Oh, no, totally not. I'm doing this in a separate window. So let me.
Stream there. I'm like lagging like 15 seconds behind.
So you have health. You have over here. You have sanity, and then you have fullness. So your fullness decreases. I just built a science machine, so you have these things you can build. You can build traps, but you have to collect things for that. So this game is pretty much all about finding things and crafting things with them, exploring the world, and trying to not starve, and also try not to get killed, because there are monsters. Certain monsters only come out at night, so you have to make sure you protect yourself. I guess this is where my camp is going to be. Yeah, so I've already explored all this area. So I'm gonna chop down some trees to make more firewood, and then I want to go get out there and try to find more cool things. I don't know. Is that, Chris? What do you think? Did I do a decent job with explaining that?
Sounds about right. Yeah, it's there's a lot of stuff in there. I don't know. Like when I started this game off, it seemed pretty simple and basic, but there's actually a lot of like weird events and sort of unusual things going on. I don't know. It's a pretty cool game.
Yep.
I wish that it actually got more publicity.
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
It deserves a lot more.
Yeah, it's funny, like for a while there were a lot of survival games. I think when I picked this up, I was on like a real survival game kick, and I got this and Under the Ocean, and probably like there's gonna be like another couple of ones that came out around the same time, or were like popular around the same time. But this is definitely like I don't know, one of the better ones, I think.
Yeah. Good, and then I'm a sucker for games that deal with the psyche, so like that type of stuff has always interested me, and seeing that kind of up in the top window is like really giving me a bunch of ideas and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. I've done, like, I guess just a couple things that were a little more psychological, like a couple jam games like Porta Lucas or whatever were pretty, a lot more, like, weird hallucinatory stuff, but I like that too. It's always a good style.
And I think that's more or less simply because it kind of creates like this fun ambiguity. Like if you do it properly, you can kind of end it on an odd note and get away with it. If it's not too cheesy. But like I've always enjoyed that theme, I guess.
Yeah, I like that. I think that's like a big component for me of games feeling a little more. I mean, this is obviously like has a bit of like a childish sort of motif, but
Right.
games feeling a little bit more adult for me, like having some of that ambiguity and not having everything just totally spelled out for you is just I don't know, feels more like you're reading a grown-up, like it's a grown-up story, right? Like you're reading a novel or something like that.
Right. You know what it reminds me of? When I first read the review, I was actually it reminded me of my game, and a lot of the similar themes are kind of the Grimm's tales. Like that's it. Like watching her kind of brings me to like Hansel and Gretel or something, or
Yeah.
original Grimm's tales.
Well, it's got like that Tim Burton-esque kind of aesthetic in some ways,
That
and I think
too.
that's similar things. What are you working on right now?
I'm actually working on a 2D game called Chaos in Eden, and it's a game about a child stuck in an orphanage, and he has to escape, but he can't discern the difference between his reality and like most children, he mixes facts with fiction, and
Nice, that's kind of cool.
Cool.
So it's maybe like sorry, go on.
no, go ahead.
Oh, I was thinking like Pan's Labyrinth or something like that, maybe, where it's kind of a fantasy and reality mix sort of thing.
Yeah. That's actually one of my favorite movies. I was using as a reference, and
Oh, really? Awesome! I love that movie.
and those two, you kind of it's like I said, it kind of creates that mixture of is it real or is it fake type thing, and you kind of play off of that idea. And this kind of has that feel to me when I first,
Yeah, it's great when the sanity goes down in this game, I think, and you get like all the weird effects, and you're like, I don't know if this is actually a thing that's attacking me or.
Yeah. And see, and that's the stuff I love right there, because it makes you think, and really pose questions.
Yeah, I like that. Even recently, something like I don't know if you played Gone Home, but it does that. It presents itself like a horror game, and it's really kind of not, but it sort of plays off those tropes. It's pretty self-aware. I don't know.
Yeah. And that's the weird thing too, is like, and I think that's what attracted me to this game too, is what I'm working on in this game kind of have, and not necessarily, they're not horror games, but the themes of them kind of represent horror in a way, because the Grimm's tales in a way were I guess the genesis of horror tales, because they were designed to kind of scare kids into obedience.
Yeah, I mean, well, they're all based on like folktales and stuff, right? Or...
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So it kind of has that vibe of, even though it's not a horror game, it has horror elements, and you can kind of say, oh, well, when she starts hallucinating, or when her psyche goes down, whatever attacks her, even though it's not survival horror, in some forms it's kind of creepy.
Yeah, I think that's that can be pretty interesting. I'm always like interested in the fact that so many like sort of horror games or games with horror elements are a little bit more like jump scare stuff and a little bit less like Kafka or like something that's just kind of like horrific but not necessarily like scary. You know what I mean?
Right, and that's one of the things I kind of like earlier we were talking about horror games, and I was thinking to myself, well, a lot of our horror games, or a lot of games today seem to be focusing more on tension, and you get a lot of survival horror, but it doesn't always have to be survival horror. Why can't it just be horror in general? You know what I mean? Because you can pull that from anywhere. Like you said, more of a Kafka type thing where it's the situation in itself is scary. It doesn't necessarily have to be a survival type thing. But that's just how I look at it more than anything.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it'd be nice to see more like breadth there, I think. Your fire is small and boring.
I know. Here. I'll fix it. Yeah. If only I was like in a forest. So the cool thing about this this fire thing is that if you were in a forest surrounded by a whole bunch of trees and you make a really big fire, those trees catch on fire and the entire thing just burns down to the ground.
Wow, that's neat.
Yep. It's the propagation mechanic they borrowed from the hit game Far Cry 2.
You can accidentally like set stuff on fire though, which is not so great.
Yeah. I was also kidding about the Far Cry 2 thing. I was just making a joke.
Oh yeah, I've never played it, so you can tell me whatever you want about it.
I've never played it either.
Oh my god, you haven't played Far Cry 2?
That is actually gonna be one of them.
I don't play a lot of games.
Yeah, I mean, either I only play like Luigi's Dark Mansion on the bus ride home.
But you know what too? Like it mechanics like that I love, where you kind of they don't necessarily hint at something that can happen like that, but if you do it, it happens. Mega Man used to be like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Mikhail, have you seen the Kickstarter for Mighty 9? Yeah, the creator of Mega Man basically left Capcom, and he's created a Kickstarter called Mighty 9, which is basically Mega Man if you look at it, but it looks really cool. And he wanted, I'm not sure what his goal was to reach it, but he's well over and into $3 million.
Ooh.
Wow.
So he's got enough to create the game, and from what I understand, Capcom is actually jumping in to help him create the game. Well, they put Serenade in it, so in my head I'm thinking, well, okay, this is Mega Man now. Serenade's in it, it's Mega Man.
It looks a lot like Mega Man too. So,
Yeah.
like, well, not Mega Man 2, but like Mega Man also.
Yeah, and like, well, you might as well just stamp the name on it. You know, they should have let him do it a long time ago, which is why he
That's
left, I believe.
that's such a weird idea, you know. Like he leaves Capcom to make his own thing because they won't let him do it, and he makes a bunch of money, and Capcom's like, okay, like you're back.
Okay, sorry. So
Whoa, what's this?
so the reason I was like super excited is because I uncovered an animal track, and that will lead me to the Koalafant, which is koala / elephant.
Nice.
So like the only way to find Koalafant is if you come across these like piles of dirt, or I think it's like piles of poo, and you examine them and you find an animal track, and so you have to figure out the direction that the track is facing, and then you slowly find the Koalafant. So I think I get to do that on the stream, and I think I'm gonna look at this camp thing. That's super ominous. Okay,
This is very ominous.
I don't like this at all, so I'm gonna leave. So I'm just gonna keep going until... Okay, so there's another suspicious dirt pile. Okay, and that's pointing this way. And there's another one. Sorry, this is...
It's exciting.
when you were talking earlier, and you mentioned Kafka, and I was thinking about that. Like, when you really think about metamorphosis, that's a terrifying concept, and that would make a interesting game. Like if suddenly you had to face, what if you were the giant bug? You know?
Right.
Yeah, I mean it's interesting because like, you know, it's not like a horror, like, oh, he's a giant bug and it's so horrible and everyone's afraid of him. Like his family's kind of embarrassed for him, and it's like, oh, there's your guy.
Yep. Oh, look at this adorable little thing. Look at this, so cute.
That is adorable.
Should I attack it?
I don't know. What do you do with it? I've never like seen one.
Okay, so
Make
first,
friends?
let me set up a
Can
trap.
you ride it?
I don't have any. Carrots.
Really interesting.
I don't think it's gonna fit in that trap, you know.
Yeah, probably not.
That seems like I'm just like eyeballing this here, but
You got your protractor out, you got your compass out, you're measuring the screen. You're like, yeah, I'm taking out your calculator, doing some geometry math, and
you know it.
yeah, going back to your roots.
In measuring stuff.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna make a grass suit.
See, I thought you had a plan when you were gonna track this guy down, and now you're just kind of like hanging.
Well, I have no idea. You know what? I'm gonna attack the
That's
Koalafant, just cause.
But night is coming.
See? Ooh.
Oh, that was bad. That was bad. That was bad. That was really bad. That was really bad. Should not have done that. Should not have done that.
Run! Run!
Oh my god.
You didn't really have any kind of plan there.
Nope. Zero planning. Oh, the
And
sound
it's
it makes.
nightfall.
The sound it makes
Oh,
is
there you
just
go.
the most.
Yeah. He forgot about you.
Okay.
You know what's weird too? Like a lot of people don't. I haven't seen too many games that kind of. Maybe it's not blatant to me, but I haven't seen a lot of games that kind of reference Kafka either. Because I know Shadow of the Dam was kind of inspired by it, but
Really?
yeah, I know.
Which
Suda
story?
51 said that he was really, into his work.
The trial, obviously.
Yeah. That,
What?
yep.
Yeah,
Oh wait, for
I
real?
played the game.
I was just guessing.
Yep, that was the exact one that he was referencing in that as
Like,
his source of inspiration.
Fuck yeah.
I think In the Penal Colony is probably my favorite Kafka. Short story, I don't know if you ever read it, it's kind of amazing. It's like this guy goes to this island, and there's this old commandant on the island who practices this severe form of punishment. He's got this enormous machine that, like, takes people, and if they've committed some kind of wrong, it carves the wrong onto their body over the process of, like, 12 hours, and eventually they die.
It was called the Faro, wasn't it? It was something. Like that.
It's In the Penal Colony, is the story.
Yeah,
Oh, the
no,
Harrow, yeah, the machine, yeah.
The machine's bottom piece called the Horror or something like that.
Yeah, it's the Harrow, I think, yeah.
Yeah, I have the book downstairs, but I have to go through it again. And,
Yeah, it's a really good story. I don't know, it's really interesting because it's like I like a lot of the Kafka's villains are just like so like they're all like just as sad as everybody else.
yeah, sure.
You know, they're like threatening and ridiculous at the same time. I find that really interesting. That's like something that a device that could be used a lot more, I think.
You know what's weird though? Like reading some of his personal views on his work, he almost sounds like unconfident about his work. Like in his death, I heard that he didn't want his writing to be read. Like
No, he actually asked his friend Max Brode to burn all his work when he died.
yeah, I found that so interesting. Like you know, his work is so brilliant, but you know, it sounded like he kind of doubted, you know, his self.
Yeah, I think he had a lot of personal problems.
So right now I'm cooking seeds because you can cook things. Yeah, you can cook berries, you can cook carrots, you can cook meat, you can cook seeds, and when you cook things, they give you more. They're more fulfilling.
Ah, that's interesting.
I can also eat petals, and those increase my health. So right now I don't have enough. I don't have much food, so I'm at like halfway point with my hunger. So that's bad. So I need to go and.
Well, don't starve.
Yeah, don't. I have one task in this game, one goal, and I'm doing pretty shit at it.
It's kind of a complicated goal, though. I find this game's actually pretty hard, but
This game, yeah, especially if you get too greedy, because there's only so much you can do in a single day, and when you outstretch yourself, or when you try to accomplish too many things, when you try to fight too many enemies, then just everything goes to hell.
yeah, I found for me like I was doing pretty well. Like my last playthrough was probably my longest. I was doing pretty well up until winter, and winter I just slowly like every day I had less and less and less and less, and I just eventually starved.
Wow.
I need to get more. I need to get carrots.
And Mikhail, I actually gotta get ready for work in like a few minutes, so.
Dave, thank you so much for joining me. It was a pleasure. It was a really
Yeah, it
great
was
pleasure.
cool talking to you.
No problem. It was nice meeting you, Chris.
Yeah, good to meet you as well.
I'm probably gonna follow you on Twitter now, so.
Sure, yeah. Are you probably got your thing there somewhere in my mentions?
It's
Yeah.
tweet. Yes, making
There you
friendship. One life for extra life.
Word.
We're doing a lot of good today.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're helping. Oh my God, what's going on?
What's the total at? I can't. The widget actually crashed for me.
Oh, ooh, okay, me too. The total is $410.
Nice.
So that's super cool. Very like to know generous people who contributed.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks. Helping sick children and also enforcing the cause of friendship. I don't.
Enforcing friendship.
Enforcing friendship. The
My
friendship.
God. It sounds so threatening. You must be friends.
Alright, sir. I
Alright.
wish you best of luck. I'm gonna keep checking in on your progress at work.
Thank you.
And if they tell me to hop off my phone in the process of checking, I'm gonna tell them it's for a good cause.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks again for joining in. Gosh, that's really nice of you.
No problem, man.
Okay. Chris, so it's just the two of us.
All right. Carry on.
Carry on, yeah. My friend Nick Comer and possibly Joel are going to be joining us pretty soon in like 20 minutes. So for now, we can just chat about whatever you want while I play this really hard game. That's
Let's chat about what you're doing. What's your plan right now? You need food.
oh yes, I'm starving right now. I have berries. I was really.
Can you listen to the title? Fire it up later. Oh, it says don't starve.
Okay. Let's see here. Just gonna blind myself. Okay. I'm gonna try to get this rabbit to get the berries in the trap.
Yeah, I found it's like when I was playing last time, I got a pretty good rhythm going of just like an area where there were a lot of those things, and setting traps like right over the holes, and then just checking them daily.
Ooh,
So
that's a smart idea. They're not
But
into
it's tough 'cause
berries
you're-
though.
no, they like I don't actually I don't know. Are they? I think they mostly like carrots, but I think they will eat berries. I don't remember.
Yeah, I'm kind of carrotless at the moment. So I'm just gonna make a fire and cook some berries.
Good old cooked berries.
And there's the Koalafant again.
Yeah, I wonder like. Yeah, I wouldn't attack that guy maybe, because like it seems like he's pretty tough.
He's pretty tough.
You probably need some armor and some weapons.
Oh gosh, this is not going well.
No, I think I have a feeling you might starve.
Let's see here. Do I have? Okay, it doesn't really show the any sort of campfire locations, right? No, doesn't seem like it.
No, I guess not.
Oh, that's a bummer. So I have to make another fire. That's okay.
Yeah, didn't you have a home base somewhere with like a...
Science machine? Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't see though. So I'm making really weird faces at the camera.
That's fine. Everyone just gets a close-up. Extreme close-up.
Extreme close-up. Extreme. Sunday, Sunday, Sunday.
Pay-per-view extreme close-up. Oh, you're starting fires.
Why pay for the whole seat when you're only sitting at the edge of it?
That's a good question. Never really thought about that.
Like, things that advertise, you're going to be at the edge of your seat. And it's like, well, why am I paying for the whole seat then?
That's a good question.
These are the questions. These are life's hard questions.
I know. We're answering them today, or whatever.
Sure, okay, let's dig down into our philosophy questions notebook and start just going through them one by one. So the big question is, I guess, what is love?
Is that it?
The correct answer is, baby, don't hurt me.
Yeah, I wasn't
Don't
gonna
hurt
say
me
it.
no more.
I was hoping you weren't gonna say it either.
Oh. What's the meaning of
I
life?
think the big question is, I'm almost out of coffee. Should I make more coffee?
Yes.
That's probably a good call. Okay, I'm gonna abandon you for like 30 seconds. I'll be back. Don't
Sure.
do anything I wouldn't do.
Okay. Hello? Hello. Sorry, taking a quick break. Just gotta email someone about their time slot. And
Okay, coffee's a brewing.
coffee's a brewing.
Did you die? Oh my god. Oh no, you paused.
No, I paused. Yeah. Okay, let me just undo this thing. So, what do you think of this pun?
This pun?
This
It's
joke.
awful.
It's
It's like dad quality.
Yeah, it's bad. I hate it.
I do kind of laugh every time I see it, though.
Okay, there's a storm right now. Have you ever tried cold brewing your coffee?
No, I thought about it during the summer, but it sounds kind of good.
Yes, and you can still make it hot. Like, you can still put it in a microwave and get it hot after you're done. And the
I
nice
don't
thing,
actually own a microwave, but
you can add hot water to it because it's highly concentrated coffee.
oh really? Okay.
So
Nice.
the way you do it, you just get a jar, put a bunch of like ground coffee into it, fill it with water, and then put it in your refrigerator or just like somewhere for at least like 24 hours. Depends on how big the jar is and depends on, you know, like how concentrated you want it. And then when you're done, you just filter it through like cheesecloth or a French press. And it's really
Yep.
nice because it's not as acidic as a hot brewed coffee is.
Oh, okay.
So it's nice for your stomach lining that way. And you can, you know, as opposed to iced coffee, which is brewed hot and then you add ice to it to make it colder, this is already
Yep.
cold if you make it in the refrigerator. So
Yeah.
if you like iced coffee, it's like boom, right there. You don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, not a bad idea during the summer, I think. Sometimes you don't like want to wake up and it's already pretty hot out and you're like drinking a huge cup of really hot coffee. I don't know.
Indeed.
Yep. So how's not starving going?
Bad. I am starving.
I noticed.
I need to.
Yeah.
I barely made it through the night.
I think I don't know. Do you have a plan, or are we are we looking at what we're playing next?
We
that?
might.
Jump in a wormhole.
Yep.
I don't think I've ever actually done that in this game. Where do you? Oh, you just go somewhere else?
Yep. So right now I am over here.
Okay, well, that's fun. Oh wow. Yeah.
Yes! And berries and carrots. Oh my god, this is the best. I'm so happy right now. Oh,
You will not starve.
okay, so you recommended putting the trap on top of this, or
Yeah, you put it really close to the hole. I find that they seem more likely to go in there. I don't know. It's like because one of them they tend to go in and out of there. So
okay, so let me-
you should eat some of those berries though. It's pretty fast because
yes.
you're running low there. And so on the way to make coffee, I walked past my fridge and I was kind of like, "Is it too early for a beer?" And I really thought about it for a while, but it's definitely too early.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I should pause it really quick. My friend just asked me when he's on. So many screens.
Yeah, you're managing a lot of windows there.
Between like, yeah, it's crazy. So 4 p.m. Okay, sorry about that.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, carrot, bait, more berries. Things are starting to go drowsy for me. Yes! Okay, I should probably make a fire and then cook the rabbit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that helped me. I haven't encountered any spider webs, so I can't make any bird traps, which is unfortunate because birds are also good. And I have I used to have some seeds, but not anymore. So I guess that'd be useless.
Yeah, you probably dig up some more seeds lying around. I remember seeing a spider way back where you were, but I don't know where you are now. So
yeah,
I don't know if there's anything nearby. Yeah, there were some spiders way up there in that corner or something.
Somewhere.
But I don't know if you want to like do that right now. Maybe you should focus on
I'm not starving.
on not starving.
Okay. Riveting content exclusive.
Yeah. I don't know. It's not too bad. I'm sure something interesting will happen at some point. You'll get eaten by wolves at some point, probably, or whatever those things are. So.
Yep, probably. Oh! He's getting there. He's getting there. Yes.
Go on. Do it. Go.
Murder.
Promise it is totally safe. Yay.
Yay. I feel bad when I.
Yeah, I like how it's murder when you like mouse over it.
Yeah, because it's
not
accurate.
Even kill. Murder.
It's completely accurate.
So I guess like there's a karma thing, right? Because you lose karma as you do stuff like murder innocent animals, and eventually, doesn't something bad happen? Like when you do enough bad stuff?
I think.
I don't know if that works.
Oh my god! Why is the screen suddenly so big? Sorry, did that mess with the? Okay, no, it's still good. Okay. I think there's a karma system with murdering animals, and then I think Krampus, the
Krampus, right?
Yeah, Krampus
the
comes out here.
The Scandinavian Christmas monster.
Mm-hmm. Krampus, the Christmas monster.
Well, it's like it's like a solstice thing, right?
Sure, I'll take your word for it.
It's a real thing. I'm not making this up.
Oh, look at this. I'm not super starving anymore.
Yeah, you're not starving. You're accomplishing the goal of the game.
Finally, it was about time, right?
Yeah.
So what else is new? What's new with you?
Not a ton. Like, I feel like school is pretty much eating most of my life right now. Which is not bad, because it is really interesting, but it's just so much work keeping up. It's got like 30 hours of classes a week, and then outside of that, about 30 hours, 30 to 40 hours of reading.
Oof. What is homework like? Like, what are your assignments consisting of, for the most part? I have a friend who's doing political science, and it involves, like, a whole bunch of reading, and, I don't know. Okay, so, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, we've only had 2 so far. Our first one was a memo. Kind of interesting, actually. For legal research and writing, we got a fact pattern concerning a defamation issue. And we had to do some research, basically like pretty basic process, like look up some relevant literature on the subject, try to find primary sources and cases, check like legal encyclopedias, establish, given with the facts we were given, basically establish what all the legal issues are, and then answer and sort of like give a recommendation to this made-up client. Mm-hmm. So that was good. Our last assignment was actually kind of interesting in its own way. Sometimes having to do things as an assignment almost like takes some of the fun out of something that might otherwise be interesting. But our last one was for public law, and that was actually like a separation of powers issue, which in Canada is a little more complex than it is in the United States. Nice, got a lighter. But that was actually tough because it was an enormous amount of reading, and the paper was max 1,000 words, like literally almost nothing.
Huh.
So you had to like, we had to read like 10 decisions, I think, and some of them were 80 pages or so. So probably around 500, 600 pages of reading. Mm-hmm. And then you had to basically distill that down to in total around 700 words, like literally a few paragraphs, with just the key points, because you had to include some stuff about opinions and current or what you think might be ongoing legal issues as a result of these decisions. Yeah, it's kind of unusual. Menciseness is like really valued, which you wouldn't think given the way that judges go on and on and on. I mean, some of them. We've got this former Supreme Court judge now in Canada, Fish, who has a bunch of was involved in one of the decisions we were reading, actually, giving a dissenting opinion from the court, and just goes on with these, just like obiter, just like not even necessarily related to the decisions, just like something that occurred to him as a result of what is that thing?
I just stole its egg and it's following me, and it's just a walking eye.
I don't think I've seen one of those in this game before.
It's terrifying.
Yeah, just going on and on with like vaguely related things and like all these maxims he's making up, and it's just, you know, this is not really relevant to what's happening right now. But judges do like to talk.
Oh my god.
What? What is that?
It's just,
Camp?
it's just following me.
Yeah, no, he's just stalking you to the ends there. Oh my god, he's angry.
Yeah, because I stole its egg.
I guess so, yeah.
Okay, if it doesn't leave
Are they ever
me,
gonna give up?
Eventually I might just drop the egg. Oh my god. I bet that egg is super nutritious, and I bet I could get a lot of, like, fulfillment out of it.
Yeah, but not if this thing kills you.
Okay.
If you drop the egg, is it gonna stop following you?
Nope! I just dropped the egg. And it's still following me. Oh.
Okay, pretty much screwed then.
Yep. Done. That's it.
Do you have to move like a range away from its nest, or will it literally just track you forever?
I think, this is the first time this happened.
Okay.
I have, like, stolen eggs before and have managed to get away. This is
Can
the
you go
first
in?
time.
What is that, that hole in the ground or whatever?
I don't know. So I'm gonna check it out. Maybe that's the only way to...
Maybe you can escape.
Yeah.
Unless it takes you to somewhere even worse.
Okay, so I can't even go there.
Oh, no?
Nope. So, oh my god, there's two of them now.
God.
So I'm just gonna
I'm a
steal...
little behind on the feed. Oh, there's the second one, yeah. Yikes.
Yeah, sorry, I'll...
He doesn't seem angry at you, though, so... You might as well steal his egg, too.
Yep.
You didn't even get the egg. Oh my god, this is the end.
There's no worse way for this to go. Oh, one of them left me. Okay, maybe that's the one that whose egg I didn't steal. Sorry, I really should be delaying my own commentary on the game.
No, that's cool. Like, I mean, it's hard to remember what happened like 4 seconds ago or whatever, but yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna go grab my coffee. I'll be 1 sec.
Sure, it's not like I'm doing anything.
As riveting as this is. Alright. Coffee time. Oh, you died.
Yeah. I decided to stamp the ground and take out an axe and try to kill it with the axe, and that was not
Did
smart.
not work.
But you know what? I would have starved eventually because that thing.
Because that always happens.
Yeah. So since you're the only guest, and I guess Nick will be joining us in about a couple of minutes. So for right now, you have the sole responsibility of choosing what game I play next.
Okay. See, I feel like Spelunky would be really short.
Oh, he would love, like, okay, but yes, Spelunky. Well, Spelunky might be short. I've been working on my Spelunky game for the past.
Oh, really?
For the past 2 months, so I can.
Well, I want to see your chops. You should Spelunky.
Okay. I guess. Well.
Or do you want to hold on for a bit, or?
Let's see here what he say exactly. Ready in a few minutes. So let me put up my sweet graphic.
Yeah, if you want to do something else, I don't know.
Okay, any questions from people? Nope.
Yeah, I haven't really been watching my Twitter.
So you're technically scheduled until right now.
Yep.
Are you like? I don't want to keep you up. I don't want to, you know.
I can kick it for a bit. Yeah, anytime. I mean, you welcome to kick me off if you've got other guests coming on, but I don't mind hanging out for a little bit.
Let's see here. So many.
Like, I obviously have a great incentive not to leave, because the moment I do, I have nothing to justify anything but reading contracts. So.
Okay, and Joel is not available. Do I have Joel's account? Yep. Hello, Nick.
Hi.
Hey.
My video can't work because there's a bunch of people on the call, which is too bad.
Right.
Huh.
I did figure out how the video thing works, so whenever I have just one guest, I will have video up and running.
Okay.
Sorry, Chris, that was the plan, and then some people stayed longer, and totally fine. So people could not enjoy your beauty.
Well, that's their loss.
Yep.
Should I take off, or you guys want me to kick around the call, or what's...
Nope. Please stay on if you can.
Sure, yeah.
Joel Serlip is going to be joining us pretty soon. Oh, there he is. Okay. Okay, and let me just restart the